our data when we look at charts and graphs. So today, we're going to kind of do what they did. They took a survey of their favorite books. But today, we are going to take a survey of what is your favorite fruit. So right now, this is going to be our class chart. What is your favorite fruit? So I want you to think. You can only pick one. You can either pick the apple, orange, or grape. You can't pick all three, so I'm going to call on you. And you are going to tell me your favorite one when I call on you. Just leave your hands down. And I'm going to actually start with Mrs. Alm's group, first group, because they're going to have to leave in a few minutes.
Miss Shaper.
I meant Miss Shaper.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, I meant Miss Shaper. I'm going to start with her group first in case they have to leave. So I'm going to start with Ingrid. What is your favorite fruit? Orange. So what are we going to do over here in the tally?
A tally mark. You're going to put one tally mark.
Okay, now we're going to put it over on the far left. Do not put it in the middle because we're going to need to have lots of room. So start it way over in the left side of the box. All right, Libby. Orange. So now we're going to make a second tally mark for an orange. Riley. Apple. So we have one tally mark for apple. Who am I missing?
John. No, I don't go to Miss Shaper's.
Just Aria. Okay. So now I'll call on some of you other people. I'm going to just start up here with Mason, and we'll go so I don't forget. Mason, what's your favorite fruit?
Grape.
Grape. So we have one for grape now. Carson, what's your favorite?
Apple.
Apple. So now we have another tally for apple. So they're all almost tied.
Good.
John, what's your favorite?
Apple.
Apple?
Oh yeah. Apple is in the lead. Apple is in the lead.
Okay, I've already done
And
Riley.
1, 2, 3.
Tyson.
Apple.
Apple.
Yay, apple. I like apple.
All right. Mouse at 0 unless I call on you, please. Carson, facing forward. Mouse at 0. All right. Charlotte. Orange. Ellie.
Orange.
Another for orange. Wyatt, what's your favorite fruit? Apple.
Yes.
Now, what do you guys notice about the apple?
Let it go sideways.
Yeah. Did Mrs. Johnson have a name for it?
Sideways.
Okay.
Diagonal.
I say, I don't, it's just what Mrs. Murphy says. It's not like a proper term, but I say crossover one. And it doesn't matter which way you cross, but you cross over one. So that's what I say when you get to 5 or to a 10 or anything that ends in a 5 or 0. You have to cross over one is what I say.
I mean, I crossed.
Okay? All right, Louis, did I get you already? No, Louis, what's your favorite? Apple. Apple.
Yes. Lose my board. Miss Murphy. Video, they went sideways.
Yeah, theirs was a little bit more sideways. Did Mrs. Johnson say more of a diagonal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do, more of a diagonal. Okay.
I'd rather apple.
No, we're not going to change it now. Okay. It's okay. Addie.
George Jones apple.
Apple? All right, Raylan.
Apple.
Apple.
Good.
Lila.
Orange.
Orange. So now what do we have to do with the orange?
Cross
over one.
over.
All right, Corla, what's your favorite?
Apple.
Apple.
Let's go apples. I'm not gonna have a apple's winning. I'm 30.
Kate, what's your favorite? Apple. Apple.
Ooh.
What do we have to do with apple now?
Yeah.
Cross over one.
I know an apple is
Miss Shaper, you wait 1 minute. Okay.
I was the first apple.
That makes 5. Left with
John, so I'd
Kinsley,
say
yes?
you're winning.
Orange.
No. Yay. What did you pick? I
Apple.
picked apple.
Okay, and I think, if I'm right, we just have
Apple go. Apple go.
Lily, what's your favorite fruit? Grapes. So down here for grape.
Grapes. Apple.
All right.
Apples.
Now, did Mrs. Murphy send one by accident? Okay, so looking at the the data we just collected by making a tally chart, looking at the apple. How many students in our classroom like apple as their favorite fruit? Everybody?
10!
And did you guys have to count each of one of those 1, 2, 3, 4?
No, because 5 plus 5 equals 10.
Good. Or you went 5, 10.
It's a double.
Okay?
Look at the grade.
It's a double. Yep, 5 is 10. Okay, guys, how many students like orange?
6! And 2.
5. Oh, I didn't put that.
Yep, there should be 6. There should be a group of 5 and 1 more. And the last one, Grace.
2.
Okay. All right, Miss Shaper's first group. You may go to her. Now, I have a couple questions for my friends that are still active here. Go ahead. Looking at the charts and our data, which fruit has the most Addie?
10. Apple.
Which fruit?
10 apples. Apple.
Okay, let's, Addie, some of your friends are blurry. I don't know why. Carson and Lewis, is that you or Tyson? Okay. Carson, that is definitely you, too. Addie, can you repeat your answer because I don't think your friends heard. Which fruit has the
Apple.
most? Apple. And how much does apple have?
10.
10. Lila, which fruit has the least?
Grapes.
Grapes. And how many does grapes have?
2.
2. Now I'm going to compare this. Looking at the chart and the data, if you have grapes and oranges, how many more is it from grapes to oranges? What's the difference? Hayden?
A difference of 4.
A difference of 4, because we're at 2, and we'd have to go to 3, 4, 5, 6 to get to 6, right? Or I could do 6 minus 2 is 4. So I can use a little bit of math and subtracting on that one too. Okay? So sometimes you have to compare numbers to find out like what's the difference. How many more is what they usually say. Like how many more? And when you see that, you know you're gonna have to subtract. Okay? Louis?
You know, like, if you have 6 and you go up to 4, the 10, it would be 4.
Oh, this
And
one
you-
is a difference of
and
4.
you come up to 6, 4. 4 plus 4 equals 8. 4 plus
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So Louis is saying from here to here is 4 more. Like this is a difference of 4.
Well,
So
if you
that's
combine
all 4.
But
Yeah,
this would be 4 and 4. So a difference of grapes
Four,
to
four.
apples would be
4,
8. 4 and 4 is 8. That doesn't normally happen like that. But it did say.
4.
Yeah. Normally it doesn't necessarily happen that way, but it did say. But if you want to find the difference, I would take 10 subtract 2 to get 8.
Well, if 10 doesn't basically has 4, it would basically have 5 because 5 plus 5 equals 10 basically. Well, 10 plus 10 equals 20.
Okay. All right. Let's not get too confused.
Do we have to write that or no?
Right,
No,
right.
you don't have to.
The thing that you
No,
were
no. Okay. Turn to the next page, please. The guided practice.
I love guided
the next page says 6.
Okay. Now, finger on the first word, Glenn, and Mrs. Murphy is going to read this. Carson and John. Finger on one, please. Mason, you're not on guided practice. So do I need to put you down for not following directions the first time I ask? That's independent practice. Put your finger here. Okay, follow along as I read it. Should we read it all together?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Here we go. Ready?
When you
take a survey, you ask a question, you tally marks to record the answers or data. Data is information. Okay? So when you take a survey, just like on the video, you ask a question. That's the first thing you're going to do. Then, to record the answers, use tally marks. And then the second thing is you put it in a chart. So look at this survey here. Here's a survey about books. The first thing was they asked a question. And who can find the question? It's kind of hard to see, but it is actually kind of in a title on this chart. Who can find the question? John. What are they asking about books?
What kind of books?
Yeah.
Like,
What kind, John said, or type? The word is type. Another word for type is kind. So what kind of books do these kids like, or these people who are being surveyed? So here's our choices. Scary, funny, sports. Those are our three choices.
Scary, funny.
So that's the first thing is I got to ask the question and then give them choices. The second thing is we need to record the person's answers with tally marks. So look over here. They recorded the scary ones with tally marks, the funny, the sports. Then you're going to count the tally marks to get your total. So they counted 2 tally marks for scary and wrote 2. They did 8 tally marks for funny and wrote 8. And then 5 for sports and then wrote 5. So that's the last thing you need to do is figure out how many tally marks and put the total with the actual number. Okay? Now, down here, we're going to change the directions a little bit. Because it says to ask 10 students. Well, I'm not going to ask 10 of you because that kind of wouldn't be fair. Because there's, I think, how many of you are left in here?
19.
Well, there's
18, 17, 16.
17 plus 4, 3 left. So I think there's 14 of you. So let's just do you
and
guys.
a couple people are gone.
Let's just do all of you guys, okay? So I'm going to ask you 10, or I'm sorry, you guys, your favorite season. And I want you to think. What's your favorite season? You have 4 choices. So look where they put the title. Favorite season is like the question. And you have 4 choices. You have winter, spring, summer, or fall. Okay, so now we're going to start at the back this time. I'm going to start with Corla. Corla, what's your favorite season? Spring, is that what you said? Okay, so we're going to make a tally mark for spring. And make sure you make it on the far left to find spring. And put a tally.
What do the follow?
Okay, now, person. Put those in your box. Tally mark. You're on the wrong one. That's winter. Hayden, what's your favorite season?
Summer.
Summer. So let's put a tally mark for summer for Hayden. Kinsley, what's your favorite season? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. Summer. Another tally mark for summer.
Summer.
Lily, what's your favorite season?
Summer.
Summer.
Summer's so good.
Wyatt, what's your favorite season? Winter. So we have one for winter now.
Even though summer's the hottest.
Louis, what's your favorite season?
Spring, because I get to start tackle football.
Awesome. Let's put a tally mark for Louis for spring.
Yay, I love spring.
How about Patty? Spring. Spring.
Yes, let's go. Because in 2 weeks me and my dad get to go grab our camper and clean it out.
Get ready for summer.
And then I can run
Okay,
my
Rayla,
bike
what's your
home.
favorite season?
Fall.
Fall. Our first one for fall.
Wow. Okay.
It's every single
Okay,
one.
Lila.
Summer.
Summer. So what do we have to do? Oh, not yet. I thought we had crossover, but we don't yet.
After this
One more. I thought there was 4, but there's only 3. John, what's your favorite season?
Summer.
Summer. Now what do we have to do?
Cold.
Easy. Okay, Tyson, what's your favorite season?
Summer.
Summer. Another one for summer.
I told you summer.
Wow.
Okay, Charlotte, what's your favorite season? Summer.
I'm out of room.
Ellie, I know that this isn't a big box, so you might run out of room. Just kind of try to squeeze it in there. Ellie,
I can just make a bigger box.
summer.
Really, guys?
Nobody likes spring.
Or
Spring's gonna be cool.
I don't remember this is there.
It's my least favorite.
All right, I think I have Mason left. Mason, what's your favorite season?
Summer.
Summer.
And Carson.
I know. And I think this is my last one. Carson, what is your favorite season? Spring.
I get
Second favorite. Is there anyone I accidentally missed?
I'm putting a bunch
Okay,
on screen.
now. What we did was we did the first one. We asked our question. We recorded our tally marks on this chart. And now the third thing is we need to count our tally marks. So looking at winter, everybody.
1.
How many, guys?
1.
How many for spring, guys?
4.
Now, how many for summer?
9.
9. And this
Nine is
was
the
the most.
best.
Yep, it was the highest.
No one cares.
All right. And the last one, fall. What do you guys think?
1. That's the whole cool, Valen.
All right. Mrs. Murphy's going to ask a question. Was there any season that had equal amounts?
Yes.
All right, Rayla, what do you think?
Winter and fall.
Winter and fall, they were equal. So sometimes you might get asked a question, is there any that have the same or equal? And if you do, you have to find the numbers that match, that are equal.
I mean, I get it.
What's that?
I mean, never mind.
Okay. Lila?
It's cool how you can see your friends which one they like better and
It is
stuff.
pretty cool, wasn't it?
And you really
This was a fun survey, wasn't it?
I like
Now,
spring.
number 1. What season do our students in here like best, guys? Summer. So you are going to get questions that you have to look at the chart and the data, and you need to answer them. So when you see the word like best, you know that you have to find the one with the most, the biggest number. So we're going to write on the line summer.
The weird thing is, it says how many students like winter and fall, and they're equal, and they both have 1.
So you would write 2.
Okay. Now, the second question says, how many students like winter and fall? And when I see the word and, I know I need to add. And if you look down here, we're going to have to make a number sentence. So right away, what is Mrs. Murphy going to put in the middle? A plus sign, the addition sign.
That is so cool. I love how
Okay.
they choose winter and fall.
Now, we're going to write a number sentence. So my first thing is, how many students like winter? Everybody, how many like winter? Good. 1. And then I'm going to add fall. And how many like fall?
1.
So, how many students like fall?
How did they
in here?
know?
1 plus 1 equals 2. And who again were my 1 fall person? Who liked fall? Raylan. And who is my 1 winter person? So right there we know our answer is right because they were the only 2 in here that liked fall and winter. Well, fall and winter when you added them together. Okay? All right, now you're going to do the independent practice in a minute, but let's go on to the very, very back. So let's show Lily and Lila how we always go to the back and we do the problem solving, but not the brain builder. So you may X off the brain builder or you may leave it.
Well, sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes, if it's a math review, we do, but on our daily pages, we don't.
Yeah. Basically.
Okay. Okay, we're going to do the number 8 together, and then you'll do the independent practice to see if you can practice the skills we just learned today. All right, on number 8, it says, Claire took a survey of favorite snacks. She marked 6 tallies for vegetables, 4 tallies for nuts, and 8 tallies for fruit. How many friends did she survey? Whoa, this is a tough question. How are we going to figure out how many students she surveyed? How do I figure that out? let me think. I gotta use my brain. This is definitely a good problem solving
I know the answer.
question. Kinsley, what do you think we're gonna do?
Use tally marks.
Okay, we could use tally marks. So we could do like 6 tallies and 4 tallies and 8 tallies. Okay? So right now I'm gonna just do what Kinsley said. 1 second. You guys do the same. Because this is one way to do it. So 6 tallies would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, Mrs. Murphy forgot. Cross 5. Hold on.
It's not working.
It's being slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross 6. And then I could do 4 tallies. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I could do the 8 tallies for the fruit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I know the answer.
Then, Kinsley, what would I do if I wanted to find how many friends did it? What do I have to do with the tallies?
You could count 2 up and then count the 2 up then like so.
Do you want to come show me? Show me what you mean. I think I know what you mean, but I want to make sure that it's. Do you count the 5s first? Like 5, 10. Just wait. Okay. So if I were you, I go 5, 10, and then I count the 1s. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Is that what you did?
Yup.
Okay, so Kinsley, no. Miss Schaefer's second group, you are not going until I dismiss you. Back to your desk. You're going to finish this problem, because if you don't finish it now with us, you're going to have to do it by yourself later. Okay, you need to wait till I dismiss you. So Kinsley counted 5, 10, and then she counted the 1s. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That is one way to do it. Raylan, did you have a different way you did it?
Yeah, I'd go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 add 5 is 14, 14, 15, 16.
Okay, so you just,
But
did you count the tally marks? Or did you add it a different way? Did you add it in your head, like 6 plus 4 is
10, and then 8 has
plus 8 would be 18. So you could do 6 plus 4,
which has to be 10.
which is 10. Remember how we did this way back when?
Oh.
And then we added.
That was so
Oh,
hard.
That was easy.
That was easy.
I know, yeah. So remember, if we had more than 2 numbers we're adding, we can group
That
them.
was like the best. That was like the best way of adding.
Okay. So that's another way to add it. You can count on the tally marks, or you can add it like that. Okay, Miss Schaefer's second group. If you have this done, you may quietly now push your chair and walk.
Miss Murphy,
Okay.
do you need to do the second one how Raylan did it or no?
You can do it.
We just do the
No,
first.
just the first one. Sure.
This was easy.
Did I write my name? No, oh, good. I didn't even write my name. Now you gotta write it in cursive.
It's 18.
Well, when we did it, it was super easy.
Good. Good. All right, Addie and me. Addie, a question?
Well,
Or you want to show
it's
something?
17, but it's 17 because
How is it
and then
17?
that's 10, and then that's 4, and then
4. So that'd be 10, 14.
3 more is 7. It's
Okay, you're
17.
missing this one right up here. You're missing that. This is 5
Yeah.
plus 1 more is 6.
Oh, I can see that
Yeah, that's
one.
why
Yeah, that's
the reason
good.
I did it
Oh, I
is
didn't
because I
see that
knew there was like
Yeah.
no way to get it wrong.
Okay, last thing you said.
But don't do like this, like you see the 8, the 1, 6. Don't go like 846.
Right, don't do that. That's right. Okay, now, Mrs. Schaefer's first group will catch you up in a minute. Mrs. Stewart and I, I'm sorry, Mrs. Stewart. Mrs. Stewart and I will catch you up in a minute. But let's all flip to the independent practice. Okay, now, I'm going to have you do this on your own, but I want you to look at some key words. Because all about charts is sometimes reading the questions. So look at this independent practice. It says, Here's your helpful hint. One line means one. A group of 5 where you do 4 crossover, 5, that means 5. So, oh gosh, we do need to do this. Okay, we're gonna do this again with you guys. So we gotta do the chart together. I thought it was done for us. It's not. We're gonna ask you guys one last question for the survey. What is your favorite picnic food? And then we're gonna use the tally marks to record the data, or the data. So think right now, in your head, one last question. Do you like hamburger, hot dog, or chicken? And I'm gonna ask each one of you, so make sure you have it in your head. All right, I'm gonna start at the front with Mason. Okay, I'll come back to you. Ingrid. Hamburger. Ingrid likes hamburgers. So remember, this isn't a big box. So a small tally mark, and we're gonna have to kind of put them right next to each other. We can't start them out. Ellie, what kind of food do you like? Hamburgers. So another tally mark for hamburger.
Hamburgers.
Wyatt, what do you like?
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dogs are the best.
Yeah.
I'm
the
not
best.
hot dog.
Briley, what do you like?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Chicken wing, hot dog, and bone.
Addie, no, thank you. John, what do you like?
Chicken.
Chicken. Another one for chicken.
Chicken.
Raylan, what do you like?
Hot dog.
All right. Another, we're tied. 2, 2, 2.
I want chicken.
How about Addie?
Hot dog.
Okay. How about Wyatt? Did I get you?
Yeah.
I thought I did. Libby.
Hamburger.
Hamburger. Lily. Hamburger. How about Kinsley?
Hamburger.
All right, crossover for 5.
No.
It's just for fun. Kaden.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
All right, and Corla.
Hot dog.
Hot dog. Oh gosh. Did I miss anybody?
Mason.
Mason. Oh good, because I have to have a typewriter, I think. Mason.
Chicken.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot
All right. So on number 5, I'm sorry, on the first one, hamburger. How many tally marks are there, guys? 5.
Chicken.
So we need to write the total number 5 for hamburger. Mason just was the tiebreaker on that one. Mason, how many like hot dogs?
No.
6. So 5 plus 1 would be 6. And second graders, how many like chicken?
That's me and John.
Just you and John. Now, what we're going to do is Mrs. Murphy and Mrs. Stewart are going to see if you can take this information. Now you have it on your chart. Mrs. Murphy is going to make it disappear. Now, look at the questions. You're going to do this on your own. How many students like hamburger? How many students like hot dogs? And then here is what is the favorite picnic food? So which one had the most? If it was ever a tie, you would have to write both. But since we did not have a tie, because Mason was the tiebreaker kind of, you can pick the best, the most. What is the least favorite picnic food?
Chicken.
And then number 7. How would the chart change if you added your favorite food? This is kind of a tricky question.
How did you do that?
Because I think,
How would the chart change?
so they said 10. I think if you didn't get called, like.
Okay, let's just talk about this and let's not write it.
Skip it.
So no, let's not skip it. So everybody just cross off 7 and let's talk about it because there's some different ways it could change. So can you cross off 7? So let's say this is Murphy added my favorite food, my picnic food. My favorite picnic food is brats. Let's just say I added that.
Pretty much a hot dog.
It's pretty much a hot dog, but a little
It's
different.
close.
It's close.
But it's more.
But it's-
Mine is cheese.
Now, what would happen to the chart if I added that? Addie, there's some things that could happen.
It would be one broth.
Yeah, it might be one brat. What else could happen? Kinsley?
It could have been like 10 brats.
Yeah, like maybe some of the hot dog kids would then change to brats, right? So So then the numbers on the chart would definitely or could change. So if you add another question or answer or category, your chart numbers could change. So basically that's what would happen is your numbers would change. Okay, go ahead and get this done. When you're done, I want you to go to iExcel R1 and R2 and it's on tally marks. And if you get both of those done, you can get some pride points. Okay, go ahead and work.
Wait,